It's ARP fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family-owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com. No matter what you race.
Stay up to date on the greatest shows on dirt with text messages from DIRTVision. Visit alerts.dirtvision.com to sign up. Get the latest info on your favorite National Racing Series broadcasts, plus those from our premier weekly tracks. Sign up now at alerts.dirtvision.com.
MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
You're watching the World of Outlaws late models, presented by DIRTVision.
Powerful late models on the planet!
The best drivers, the best coverage. DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
Midweek racing in Minnesota brings the World of Outlaws late models presented by DIRTVision to I-94 EMR Speedway for the 3rd time in series history. Good evening, race fans. My name is Peyton Williams, your pit reporter. We'll hear from the voice of the series, Ruben Morales, in just a few moments. We welcome you into Fergus Falls for the 2nd of 4 stops in Minnesota for the Outlaws this season. The first of those came 48 hours ago at Ogilvie Raceway, where Bobby Pierce picked up his 12th victory of 2026.
The 7-year wait is over. We're underway. Pierce and Davenport, we hope you got your popcorn ready. What a blockbuster front row. Off of corner number 4, Turbo trying to throw the slider on Pierce for the 2nd position. Davenport comes around to lead lap 1. Pierce back around the 1 and Tyler Erb for the 2nd spot. Now Tyler Erb with another slider here in turn number 2. Pierce gonna cross him over down the backstretch and reclaim 2nd. Now Pierce slider on Davenport. Down the front straightaway, business picking up. Bobby Pierce to the lead. Now Davenport going to look to his inside. Slide job for the lead. Off of corner number 4. Oh man, what a race this is going to be here tonight. Pierce now back to the inside of the 49 of Davenport for the lead. He's got it. Davenport going to cross him over. They're side by side down the back straightaway. And in turn number 3, Davenport with another slider. Pierce with a crossover. Does he make it stick? Oh, right across the nose of Davenport. And Bobby Pierce has the lead with 31 laps to go. 27 laps to go when they cross the line this time. Davenport with high side momentum. Superman back to the lead. Pierce right around the top side. Now Hoffman and Turbo going at it. How about Hoffman throwing the slider for the podium position? Tyler Erb has spoiler damage in the 1. Off of corner number 4. Davenport will hang on to the race lead, but now Pierce to his inside. Did Pierce get him? No. What a great battle here, but the Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. Another heartbreak for Drake Troutman. Pierce picked the bottom. That gives Hoffman the top side, and Nick Hoffman 3 wide for the lead. Davenport knocks the spoiler off of it in turn number 2. Oh man, or is that the right rear quarter panel? Off of corner number 4. Battle for the lead. Pierce and Hoffman down the front straightaway. Can Hoffman be the 3rd different leader of the feature? He is. Oh man, heavy damage for your race leader, who was your race leader, Jonathan Davenport. Ryan Gustin has to beat the 32 to the bottom of 1 and 2. They're 3 wide for the lead. Down the back straightaway, Nick Hoffman leads it. Now Gustin gonna go to the inside for the lead. The Reaper up the racetrack. Hoffman's there. And off of corner number 4, Nick Hoffman continues to lead. Bobby Pierce in 2nd. Ryan Gustin right there in 3rd. 4th is Mills. 5th is Tyler Erb. Down the back straightaway, Bobby Pierce somehow to the lead down the back stretch. Bobby Pierce had an epic battle with Davenport. He had to reel him in. A great battle for 2nd on your screen. The 9 of Hoffman getting around the 19R Gustin, trying to save some points here. But off of corner number 4, winning at Ogilvy, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce.
And now Bobby Pierce, he has won 3 of the last 4 World of Outlaws late models feature here as we continue this very busy stretch of 2026. And we've touched on it a couple of times, but this is in fact the busiest part of the 2026 season for these Outlaws. We've got quite a few storylines heading into tonight regarding where the points currently stand. Let's take a look at those points as Bobby Pierce, the defending series champion, has scored nearly 4,500 points, and just behind him is Nick Hoffman. He's 55 markers back, but has reeled off 2 consecutive podium finishes. For Tyler Erb, he's in a streak of his own, 7 straight top 5s, and he's finished inside the top 10 in 16 of the last 17 races. T-Mac Tim McCready in 4th. And then Drake Troutman, you see right there in the 5th spot. We'll touch on him here in just a moment. Ryan Gustin, who just had his first podium at Ogilvy since Mississippi Thunder Speedway, now sits in the 6th spot. Ethan Dodson, just 13 points behind the Reaper, who's finished in the top 5 in 3 of the last 4 races. For Dalton Wilson, he currently leads the MD3 Rookie of the Year points battle, 502 points back, but just behind him, Trey Mills, another Rookie of the Year contender. He's tied with the 2022 World of Outlaws champion Dennis Erb Jr. as those 2 drivers round out the top 10. Now, news broke yesterday morning that the 2025 MD3 Rookie of the Year, Drake Troutman, and his car owner, G.R. Smith, had decided to part ways. At what had been a rough start to the Northern Swing that included engine failures on back-to-back nights led to both parties mutually agreeing to end their working relationship. Troutman took to social media yesterday and released the following statement. "There is no bad blood. I have a lot of respect and much appreciation for what GR and his whole family has done for my racing program. He gave me and my whole crew an amazing opportunity. We are working on some things right now and getting a game plan together for the remainder of the year and beyond." He went on to say that this racing deal is tough, it's expensive, and it's a constant grind. Again, I appreciate GR and his family and have a lot of respect for them. As far as me and my crew are concerned, we are racers, and racers race. We will be back soon. As for Team 22 Incorporated, Jake Tim will be driving his car that has been renumbered to the 22 Star, which allows Team 22 to continue to accumulate owners' points and keep their platinum status. Now, another points battle that we have to keep our eye on here is the MD3 Rookie of the Year points battle between Big Perm Dalton Wilson and the future Trey Mills. At what was at one time a 3-digit lead for Dalton Wilson over 100 markers is now down to just 168. At one point, to be specific, it was actually up to 174 points. Trey Mills has reeled off over 100 points over the last 7 different races here. And we talked to him earlier today. He said, look, his goals were pretty mild when he set out for his first full-time season behind the wheel of a super late model with the World of Outlaws late models here in 2026. But he said, look, as the season continues to progress and we move into the second half of the year, he's happy with where he's at, and his eyes are on his first win and, of course, topping the Rookie of the Year battle.
You know, the main goal, obviously, starting was to win the rookie deal. We kind of got behind during the Florida speed weeks, but we've been gaining on Dalton here these past couple weeks. We had a good run Monday night, so we're just trying to build on this momentum and hopefully keep these top 5s going. You know, you don't want to go into the race worried about the points. You just kind of want to race your race, and it'll all fall into place. But like I said, you know, these guys are really tough, so we've been fortunate enough to be running up front these past couple races, so we can just we're just building on that. Never been here before, but I feel like it was a little bit like Ogilvy from just the looks of it, so looking forward to getting out there.
We talk about the highs and lows that come over the course of these racing seasons, and for Dalton Wilson, it has been a bit of a downhill slide. And the flip side of that is that for Trey Mills, he is fresh off of tying his career best finish with the Outlaws, a 5th place run at Ogilvy Raceway on Monday night. Let's take a look at what those drivers have done over the last 7 races and why that Rookie of the Year points battle has gotten to be so close at this point in the year. Just 68 points currently separating those 2 drivers, and that's because Dalton Wilson has failed to finish inside the top 10 in each of the last 7 races. Meanwhile, Trey Mills has finished inside the top 10 4 times, and as we said, has that career best finish of 5th at Ogilvy the other night. So at one point, 174 points separated the 2, and Dalton Wilson now just 68 points ahead of the Florida native Trey Mills. So we get set for racing and to put cars on the racetrack in the next few moments. It's been a bit of a hit or miss day here in Minnesota. Rain has been scattered throughout the area. We've had to shake off a couple of rainstorms, and we hope that Mother Nature will play nice here this evening. Current temperature 68 degrees, mostly cloudy skies on what is a pretty breezy evening here in Fergus Falls tonight. But as we said, hopefully most of the rain has already come and gone. Let's run through our order of events here tonight. We'll get things started with World of Outlaws hot laps coming up before we move straight into Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. We'll then have a brief break in on-track action for opening ceremonies. And then the Outlaws tonight are supported by the Wissota Midwest Modifieds and the Wissota Street Stocks. The Midwest Mods will have heat races first before we have 4 8-lap Outlaw heat races and heat races for the Street Stocks. We'll then talk to the top 2 finishers in each of the Outlaw heat races that will determine the top 8 starting spots for tonight's feature. We'll have 1 10-lap last chance showdown for the Outlaws before we go feature racing. The first 20-lap feature for the support classes tonight belong to the Midwest Modifieds before a 40-lap, 12,000 to win World of Outlaws late models feature a little bit later tonight before the final race of the evening, a 20-lap street stock feature here tonight at I-94 EMR Speedway. But once again, I'm Peyton Williams as we send things down to the booth at this time to the voice of the World of Outlaws late models presented by DIRTVision, Ruben Morales. Ruben, my man, we've been here a couple times in the past. Frank Heckenast won the inaugural visit here. Bobby Pierce won the second, so hopefully if somebody can get Bobby Pierce off the tracks here and stop that winning streak, we'll have our 3rd different Outlaw winner in Fergus Falls.
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening to you, Peyton. Good to finally be back. We've set everything up the last 2 years and then been rained out. Obviously, when Pierce won here, that was 3 years ago. That was the last time we had competitive action with the Outlaws on track here at I-94 Speedway. We're excited to be back. If you've never been here, Fergus Falls, Minnesota, absolutely gorgeous facility, great staff. And today, well, Mother Nature tried, but it looks like we are good right now as they continue to work the racetrack. We are delayed about 15 to 20 minutes here from getting cars on the racetrack as crews working hard to get this racetrack in. Now, the racetrack looks great, but just trying to get some of that extra dirt pushed down there. You see the sheep foot, you see the water truck on the speedway, a couple more pieces of equipment here by turn number 1 as you see the rollers there. So track looking good. This racetrack hard top to bottom, just getting it nice and smooth here with the World of Outlaws. I just wanted to touch on a note that Peyton touched on the MD3 Rookie of the Year contenders. Dalton Wilson hasn't had a top 10 since Marion Center Raceway at the Connor Bobbick Memorial back on May 27th. Dalton Wilson was really, really good. He was, let's see right here, he had 4 of his last 5 at Marion Center top 10s, but he hasn't seen the top 10 since in that 58V. And Trey Mills has been on a run right now. 10 of the last 18 have been MD3 Rookie of the Year MD3 Rookie of the Race, and right now has 6 MD3 Rookie of the Races in that number 14 car. So Trey Mills really turning the turn in that Mills Concrete entry. Obviously Jake Tim coming off as a season best with the Outlaws at 141 Speedway 9th, and just trying to keep those points going for Team 22 Incorporated here through Deer Creek. And then obviously Nick Hoffman back on the podium, trailing Pierce by 55 points. You look at Ryan Gustin, he's back on the podium since Georgetown, which was May 13th. 10 races before Ogilvy, before having 4 straight podiums for Ryan Gustin. It was really refreshing to see the Cooney Motorsports 19R back on the podium. And Tyler Erb, 7 straight top 5s, as Peyton mentioned earlier. 16 of his last 7, though, top 10s, and 2 of those including victories for Tyler Erb. Looking at tonight's entrance, 28 cars in the house here at I-94 EMR Speedway. A good field. Obviously, this is WISSOTA country. A lot of the WISSOTA guys don't come out. Lost smaller engine package. And, yeah, thank the ones that did come out here. We got some good local guys here. Cole Schill, he's currently 2nd in the WISSOTA late model points here. Unfortunately, no Tyler Peterson this year. Engine is sitting at the engine builder shop. But yeah, good to see some locals here like Cole Schill, got both Eisenshanks, they are both here, and of course some guys that traveled out for this swing, Gordy Gundaker, Tyler Bruning, you got Dallin Murdy, who's been really fun. Charlie Olson, can't forget about him, going to make his World of Outlaws debut tonight in that number 10 co-car. Charlie Olson, the 18-year-old, be fun to see him. He's one of the locals here. But other regional stars making their way out, of course, Jonathan Davenport in the number 49, Cody Overton back, second night out with that brand new team in the 97. And all 15 Outlaws here tonight. Track record 15.753. That's set on June 21st, 2024 by Donna Shaw. Obviously a lot of moisture in this racetrack here tonight. We'll see if we're in those lightning speed times to break that track record. We're also joined by the WISSOTA Midwest Modifieds and the WISSOTA Street Stocks here tonight as I take a look at the car count for them. A good field between all 3 divisions. WISSOTA Midwest Modifieds have 29 entries right now, and the WISSOTA Street Stocks 20 here tonight. Hope everyone had a good Tuesday night. We will resume action on Friday. Of course, tomorrow we'll take the night off. River Cities Raceway come Friday night with the World of Outlaws. For the World of Outlaws Grand Forks Late Model Showdown, we'll take Saturday off, and then Sunday, the World of Outlaws Minot Mayhem at Nodak Speedway in Minot, North Dakota. We'll take Monday off, and Tuesday off to Norman County Raceway in Ada, Minnesota, followed by the Napa Auto Parts Go for 50, July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. If you can't be there, watch every lap live on DIRTVision. As we get ready for racing action here at I-94 EMR Speedway, you're watching coverage from the World of Outlaws Fergus Falls Frenzy. We'll be right back.
At Kaiser Manufacturing, our commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in the wide range of fabricated items we produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, we can do that. We have a full team of engineers ready to take your concept from prototype to full production. Call us for a quote today to see your next idea brought to life. Kaiser Manufacturing, proud to be Michigan made.
At Pit Boss Jack's, we put in the work in the shop so you can put in your work at the track. Engineering, speed, durability. Pit Boss Jack's, like a boss.
Want to make 2026 a year to remember? Then we should be your first stop. Dave Warren Power Sports has the Kawasaki lineup ready. Brute Force ATVs, mule side-by-sides, and jet skis built for serious fun. Before spring hits, stop in and gear up. Dave Warren Power Sports, where the fun begins.
Race fans, the star-spangled World of Outlaws Late Model Series powers into Minnesota's Deer Creek Speedway July 2nd through the 4th. Don't miss the fireworks when the biggest names in racing battle in the historic Gopher 50. Celebrate 250 years of independence with the most powerful late models on the planet at Deer Creek Speedway. Purchase tickets in advance at worldofoutlaws.com or call 844-DIRT-TIX. Be there.
There's an easy way to quickly catch up on recent World of Outlaws action. DIRTVision presents a rapid replay shortly after each National Series broadcast. Subscribers get condensed versions of the greatest shows on dirt. Race fans, stay up to date on the greatest shows on dirt with text messages from DIRTVision. Visit alerts-dirtvision-.com to sign up. Get the latest info on your favorite National Racing Series broadcasts, plus those from our premier weekly tracks. Sign up now at alerts.dirtvision.com. Cool way to keep you race fans connected. Good way to get reminders and much more on news and things like that happening, so make sure to do that. DIRTVision Alerts, a new thing that we are starting to launch there, so make sure to do that and stay up to date with the greatest shows on dirt. I-94 Speedway here tonight with the Outlaws. They continue to roll in this racetrack. It looks really good top to bottom, I gotta say, and I gotta say, earlier today when we were setting up around noon, 1 o'clock, it poured here at I-94, and the track took good. Don Shaw was out there on his four-wheeler surveying the racetrack, and he said, hey, we could take a little bit more, and we had a little bit more, and it's good. They are continuing to make progress here on the racetrack. Of course, a little bit of standing water there in the bottom of the corners, but they got that tractor down there picking up all that extra wet dirt and moving it around, and have the Packers on the racetrack. We should have cars here shortly. I do believe the 10-minute horn has sounded here down in the pit area. I do see some cars in the staging area. They're on the back straightaway. They will stage there on the exit of the backstretch. I see a couple cars. I see the speed shot here on your living room. Again, thank you to everyone tuning in and all you great race fans here in the stands at I-94 Speedway. We hope to see you at future events. And getting the report about 10 more minutes before we get cars on the racetrack here. Hey, we'll take a little delay over not racing at all. Of course, the last 2 years have been brutal here. We've set up, been ready to go, and then Mother Nature washes us out. So I'll take a little delay over nothing at all. Hey, by the way, Nodak Speedway did make an announcement for Sunday's race. If it does rain there, Monday will be a rain date. Just want to point that out there for the fans that are possibly planning on driving out to Minot, North Dakota. Of course, that is a pretty good drive out west, basically Montana. No, not Montana, but about 3.5 hours west of Grand Forks, way out there in the heart of North Dakota. So if you plan on heading out there, of course, we're going to try to get it in on Sunday, but a rain date is announced for Monday if you do make that long haul out there. And then, of course, Monday will be at, or Tuesday, I should say, Ada, Minnesota, followed by the Napa Auto Parts Gopher 50. Going through the point standings, some really interesting stuff. Of course, Peyton talked about the MD3 Rookie of the Year battle. That is now just 68 points. But how about Trey Mills, also tied with Dennis Erb Jr. for 9th in the World of Outlaws point standings, both coming in 570 points back of point leader Bobby Pierce. Right now, Nick Hoffman trails by 55. Tyler Erb third, 191 back of of Nick Hoffman. You have Tim McCready in fourth, 92 points back of Tyler Erb for third. And then, of course, Drake Troutman at the moment, fifth in the driver points, 35 points back of Tim McCready. But, of course, no Drake Troutman here tonight. Ryan Gustin 6th, 30 points back of Troutman, 65 back of Tim McCready for 4th, and only 10 back of Gustin is Ethan Dotson. Ethan Dotson's been on a good little run here as of late. 3 of his last 4 have been in the top 5. Dotson 10 points back of Ryan Gustin for 6th. Only 75 points back of McCready in 4th. That group there has been bunched up in the point standings. Good racing there. Dalton Wilson currently 8th, 86 points back of Ethan Dotson, and has 68 points back. Trey Mills, who has caught him in the World of Outlaws point standings. As I mentioned, Mills and Dennis Erb Jr. tied for 9th. 11th is Dustin Sorensen, 94 points back of Mills and Erb Jr. Chamberlain is 12th, which, by the way, Chamberlain made his 100th World of Outlaws start this last go-around at Ogilvy Raceway, and Tristan Chamberlain, with a great run, got his 3rd top 10 of the season, got 10th. That's not his season best, though. His season best was 7th at Marion Center Raceway. And his 3rd top 10, well, first one of the season, I should say, was Sanoa. So Sanoa, Marion Center, and Ogilvy have been really good to Tristan Chamberlain, and his 100th start got a top 10 in the 20 TC, finds himself 13th in the standings. Logan Zarin only 9 points back of him in 14th, and then Eli Johnson rounds out the points, the MD3 Rookie of the Year contender, in 15th. Tonight, Gordy Gundaker will make his 100th World of Outlaws start, and that Vanilla Cycles number 11. Good little milestone for Gordy Gundaker here tonight. As we prepare for hot laps in just a few moments, again, final touches being made to the surface here. 10-minute horn has sounded in the pit area. More cars getting to the staging area for everyone watching at home. We'll take another quick little commercial break, and when we come back, we'll inch closer to hot laps here at I-94.
Precision isn't just a goal at Jarrett Rifles, it's our legacy. Since 1979, Kenny Jarrett's engineering excellence has created the world's most accurate hunting rifles, guaranteed to shoot a half MOA or better. From our tri-lock receivers to our custom stocks, this isn't just a rifle, it's a Jarrett, the choice of record-holding hunters worldwide. Jarrett Rifles, accuracy defined, excellence guaranteed.
It's ARP Fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family-owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com. No matter what you race.
MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
Race fans, November 4th through the 7th, dirt racing's most celebrated stars will shine in an electrifying spectacle, the World of Outlaws World Finals at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Purchase a ticket package by Monday, August 3rd at alldirtroads.com and get a free pit pass. All dirt roads lead to Charlotte as the World of Outlaws sprint cars, late models, and super dirt car big block modifieds collide.
World of Outlaws sprints, late models, and super dirt car series are now on top sport books and daily fantasy sport platforms. Visit playdirtcar.com to see what's available in your state for legal-aged fans only. Playdirtcar.com. Play responsibly. 3 more drivers other than Mills Mills matched his career best, but 3 drivers getting their season best last night. Gordy Gundaker in 12th, Tyler Bruning 11th, and 13th place run last night for Sam Mars. Those 3 drivers having a good run last night. Excuse me, I should say 2 nights ago. Not used to having these off days in between. Feels like last night, but yes, 2 nights ago at Ogilvy Raceway. Man, how about Ogilvy Raceway? If you race fans didn't catch the highlights at the top of the show or haven't seen the highlights on DIRTVision, make sure to go check them out because wow, what a race! If you've never been to Ogilvy Raceway there in Ogilvy, Minnesota, go check it out. Fantastic facility and a great racetrack there. We were treated to a good one, and I got a feeling that we're going to be treated to another good one here tonight at I-94 EMR Speedway. Of course, I-94 home to some of the biggest events here in the region. Wissota, huge in this area, and some big, and if not the biggest events that Wissota held right here at I-94 EMR Speedway. As we mentioned, the first ever visit here was back in 2021. Frank Heckenhass Jr. picked up the win. Hope to see Frankie here, hopefully soon, next week, and Bobby Pierce as well won here back in 2023, rained out the last 2 years, and finally back here at I-94. So looks like the equipment still rolling around the speedway. As I continue to get that extra dirt off the bottom of the corners here. And get ready for hot laps here in just a few moments. Tonight, $12,000 to win, 40 laps the distance. We'll have hot laps coming up first, then Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. We'll have 14 cars in Group A, 14 cars in Group B. And then we'll have 4 heat races here tonight, right on the money. 28 cars gets us 4 heat program. 27 makes it a 3 heat program. So tonight, 4 heat races. And then we'll have one last chance showdown, followed by tonight's 40 lap, $12,000 to win feature. And as we mentioned, joined by the Wissota Midwest Modifieds and the Wissota Street Stocks here tonight at I-94 EMR Speedway. Tristan Chamberlain's father, Dwayne Chamberlain, there on the right, Tristan there in the middle, and crew looking over things here as they get ready. Tristan Chamberlain made his 100th World of Outlaws start at Ogilvy, as I mentioned, got his 3rd top 10 of the season. A really good run for the 20TC. That team's been putting together some really good runs. It's been really fun to watch Tristan Chamberlain improve night in, night out. That was Chamberlain's first top 10 since his season best at Marion Center, 7th. Well, we got time, race fans. Don't forget to visit the World of Outlaws souvenir trailer. Grab your official merchandise of the World of Outlaws. If you can't, go to the greatest store on dirt.com and get your merchandise there. Buy World of Outlaws apparel, souvenirs, and memorabilia anytime. Visit the greatest store on dirt.com. Shop for t-shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers, and a large variety of merchandise for fans of all ages. The greatest store on dirt.com. Again, race fans, we thank you so much for your patience and for your cooperation as we try to get tonight's show in here. Beautiful skies. See more blue. There you see the smooth operator on the 32. You see Trey Mills on the left, and Trey Mills. I'm telling you what, Trey Mills, this young man has his head on straight. He's been fun to watch improve all year long. Trey Mills, 17 years of age, and he's been opening up a lot more. He really didn't have very many words And man, when he comes over to the World of Outlaws Command Center, we go over to his pit area to talk to him. He just opens up a lot more, and Trey Mills has been a joy to have here on the tour. Of course, Mills last year, Cotton Pickin' 100, ran the Dirt Car Summer Nationals to build a notebook, get prepared for his 2026 MT3 Rookie of the Year campaign with the Outlaws. 2023 Hunt the Front Rookie of the Year. Mills, 31 Outlaw starts, made his 31st at Ogilvy, and matched his career best 5th when he got that at Independence as well back on April 28th. Now trailing Wilson by 68 as the drivers take a look at what the track crew are doing here on this racing surface. Definitely going to throw us a little curveball here. The wind is blowing, though. I do want to note that. You can see the beautiful American flag here in the infield. The wind is blowing towards 1 and 2, so that'll definitely help the track dry out. Now, the sun was on it fully here just moments ago, but a little bit of cloud cover blocking the sunlight now. Let's go downstairs to Peyton Williams.
Yeah, Ruben here with the defending series champion, the man who's won 3 of the last 4 World of Outlaws features, Bobby Pierce. Bobby, you're standing here watching this track prep crew treat this racing surface. We've had rain in the area all day long, on and off. What do you expect out of racing at Ogilvy here tonight? Or excuse me, at I-94 EMR Speedway. You won at Ogilvy the other night.
Well, they're both very nice places, so you can get them easily confused. But I know I just love coming to this track. The last 2 years it's rained out, which sucked because in 2023 raced really well. It was a fun time. So just looking forward to getting out here. They got lots of equipment to get this track worked in, so that's nice to see. And yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Track's looking really good, so I think it'll be pretty fast in the beginning, and once it blows off, it'll get really wide and racy.
I jumped the gun and wanted to ask you about winning at Ogilvy. You win 5 out of 6 in all your super late model starts in the last 6 races. How do you kind of continue to move the bar and challenge yourself in terms of trying to do something even in your own brain that's unprecedented?
I don't know, just treat every race like it's a new one, you know. Every race is a new challenge, and especially when we're going to different racetracks, just trying to figure them all out. And every dirt track's so different. So it all starts in the beginning of the night. You know, I just think about one thing, that's qualifying, doing the best I can to get timed in, get us a good starting spot, and go from there. But it's just really cool. I'm grateful to have won these races, and my crew's working really hard, and we're all working really good right now. And I don't know, man. Just when things are clicking your way, they're going good, and hopefully we can keep that up.
Well, Ruben, he's won here before with the Outlaws. He'll look to get his second a little bit later tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Peyton. Hot lap session number 1 onto the Speedway, led out by Sean Meyer. Out of Wapaton, North Dakota, Sean Meyer, 13th year behind the wheel of a late model. Currently second in the track standings. He's the 2022 track champion here. 4 Outlaw starts, best finished 12th at Red River Valley back in 2020 with the World of Outlaws. Dennis Erb Jr. looking for career win number 16 with the series, 15-time feature winner in his 425 starts for the 2022 champion out of Carpentersville, Illinois. Also on the Speedway, you'll find the B1, Brent Larson from Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the land of pressure washers entry. 357 Outlaw starts, best finished second at Cedar Lake and Mississippi Thunder Speedway for the 5-time Cedar Lake Speedway track champion, now in his 10th year behind the wheel of a super late model. Out of Hawley, Minnesota, Cole Schill is the one second in the points here. Cole Schill, 11 Outlaw starts, best finish 11th at River Cities in 2019 for the 4-time series champion here. Last year he won the 19th annual John Seitz Memorial, now in his 17th year behind the wheel of a late model. There's the ASD Motorsports number 74X of Ethan Dotson. He's currently 7th in the World of Outlaws point standings, only 10 points back of Ryan Gustin for 6th out of Bakersfield, California. He'll make his 90th World of Outlaws start tonight, looking for that second win of his career with the Outlaws, winning at Farmer City last year on April 11th. Dallin Murdy out of Chelsea, Iowa. And that Skyline Motorsports number 13 entry got his first ever Skyline Motorsports win last Thursday at 141 Speedway. Murdy, 8 World of Outlaws feature starts, best finish 6th at 141 Speedway on Saturday. There's Nick Hoffman, currently second in the World of Outlaws point standings, trailing by 55 points to point leader Bobby Pierce. 17-time World of Outlaws feature winner Nick Hoffman having a career best season with the Outlaws. 6 wins, his most was 5 the last 3 years. Last 2 years, I should say, then win in his MD3 Rookie of the Year campaign. There's Eli Johnson, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Clewiston, Florida, the Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing entry. He'll make his 20th World of Outlaws feature start tonight. Best finished 12th at West Virginia Motor Speedway just a couple weekends ago. Track record 15.753 set by Don Shaw, a driver that has a lot of laps around this joint. Back on June 21st of 2024, we will see where we are in the lap times here as we get ready to see the first Gorsuch Performance green flag. Cars spread out, the back gate is shut. And getting ready for the Gorsuch Performance green flag. This is Hot Lap Session number 1 coming at you in just a few moments. So far, the driver with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap is Dennis Erb Jr. But now Larson, 15.529. Checkered flag waving here at Hot Lap Session number 1 of 4 here this evening. Ethan Dotson to the top of the charts, 15.478. That is already way faster than the track record 15.753, and Ethan Dotson 15.478. In fact, all 7 drivers were under the track record. As we mentioned, Mother Nature pouring down here earlier today. That is the reason for the delayed start, trying to get this racetrack ready. And right now, Ethan Dotson 15.478 with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap over Brett Larson, Nick Hoffman, Dallin Murdy, Dennis Erb Jr., Cole Schill, and Sean Meyer. Drivers make their exit. Eli Johnson will be in this Hot Lap Session number 2 group, the 55E out of Clewiston, Florida. We mentioned to you about him earlier. He'll make his 20th start tonight in that 55E. Best was 4th at the Dirt Car Summer Nationals Oakshade and Springfield race. That's his best career finish in a late model. Eli Johnson tackled the Dirt Car Summer Nationals a year ago in preparation of his 2026 MD3 Rookie of the Year campaign. Joining us from Fargo, North Dakota, Layla Eisenshank. Layla, 2 World of Outlaw feature starts, best finished 16th at Norman County last year. Now in her 3rd year on and off in a late model. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender at Hookstown, Pennsylvania, the All-American Framer 1Z of Logan Zarin. 35 World of Outlaws feature starts for Zarin, best finish 8th at Wayne County back in May. He'll go at his 10th attempt for a World of Outlaws win here in 2026, leading at Ogilvie, and unfortunately ripping the deck out of it is Jonathan Davenport of Blairsville, Georgia. Jonathan Davenport, 18-time World of Outlaws feature winner in his 151 World of Outlaws feature starts. Also on the Speedway, the 19R, Ryan Gustin on the podium at Ogilvie at Marshalltown, Iowa, 16-time World of Outlaws feature winner, 2-time Dairyland Showdown champion. Also on the Speedway, you'll find the number 97, Cody Overton, second night out with the Triple B Motorsports entry. Cody Overton, 84 World of Outlaws feature starts, best finished 3rd 2 times at Volusia and Boot Hill, both of those in 2025. Down the back straightaway in car number 19, Dustin Sorensen, the final driver in hot lap session number 2 out of Rochester, Minnesota. The Altenburg Construction number 19 entry, 114 World of Outlaws feature starts, best finish second 2 times, Brownstown in 2024 and Humboldt in Kansas in 2025. Sorensen looking for that first win of the season. Dustin Sorensen was the Fox Factory hard charger at Ogilvie, finishing 7th, started 21st, up 14 positions for the 19. This is hot lap session number 2. We keep an eye on Jonathan Davenport here in the 49. Can he get that first World of Outlaws win of the season? We'll see the first lap time for Davenport. As he crosses the line, he'll go 3rd quick overall. It's still Dodson and Larson from hot lap session number 1, the top of the charts here. Starting to see some 16-second lap times here. Track definitely starting to slow down here in hot lap session number 2. Cody Overton 6th quick. Actually, no. Jonathan Davenport to the top of the charts. 15.396 for Davenport. He now has the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. 15.396. Ethan Dotson 2nd. Brett Larson 3rd. Eli Johnson 4th. Dustin Sorensen in 5th. Cody Overton 6th. Nick Hoffman 7th. Logan Zarin 8th. Dallin Murdy 9th. And Dennis Erb Jr. in 10th. Hot lap session number 2 will make their exit on the back straightaway, and we'll get ready to welcome hot lap session number 3. Again, track record 15.753. Everyone in the top 10 under the track record. Next group led out by Menominee, Wisconsin. Sam Mars getting his season best with the Outlaws in the number 28 at Ogilvie. 13th for Sam Mars. And the Vite Company's number 28. Sam, 12 Outlaw feature starts, best finish 8th at River Cities last year. MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, Dalton Wilson, 66th. The World of Outlaws start at Ogilvie. Big Perm looking for that first World of Outlaws win. He's been so close. He's finished 2nd twice this season, East Alabama Motor Speedway and Bedford. Also on the Speedway from Georgetown, Delaware, quick time overall at Ogilvie. That is Ross Robinson. Ross Robinson, 46 World of Outlaws feature starts, best finish 5th at the Delaware International Speedway back in 2014. There's the number 10 OC, 10 CO I should say. That's Charlie Olson at Hendricks, Minnesota. The Olson Custom Farms, 18-year-old, 2nd generation driver in his 4th year behind the wheel of a late model, making his World of Outlaws debut. And the Best Performance Motorsports number 1, 7 straight top 5s, but if you dig a little deeper, 16 of his last 17 finishes with the Outlaws are top 10s. 2 of those, of course, victories. Tyler Erb looking for his 7th World of Outlaws win here in 2026. The current World of Outlaws point leader, 4th on the all-time wins list, getting his 54th at Ogilvie. That is the 2-time and defending series champion, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Out of St. Augustine, Florida, the future Trey Mills, the Mills Concrete number 14, 17-year-old, 31 Outlaw starts, tying his career best at Ogilvie in 5th. Those are all the drivers on the Speedway as we get ready for hot lap session number 3.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! Get up, get up! Get up, get up!
Bobby Pierce going to go third quick, Mills 11th, Sam Mars 6th, Davenport still at top of the charts here early in the night, Wilson 12th quick. Good to see Charlie Olson here. He was kind of a surprised entry in the number 10. As now Pierce goes to the top of the charts with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap at a 15.276. We are just 2/10 off of seeing a 14-second lap time around this racetrack. Holy cow. Bobby Pierce 15.276, Trey Mills second, Jonathan Davenport third, Dalton Wilson fourth, and Ethan Dotson in fifth. Bobby Pierce, 12 wins on the season, 23 top fives. That is second most to Nick Kaufman, who has 25. Pierce does lead the top 10 category, though, with 31. 2 quick times, 14 World of Outlaws heat race victories. And it's kind of the recap for the 32 here this season. As he goes to the top of the charts, we get ready to welcome the final hot lap group to roll onto the speedway. Should be led out by the number 8 of Matthew Larson out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota. As we welcome the tow truck driver. And next group led out by Matthew Larson, the 20-year-old third-generation driver in his second year behind the wheel of a super late model. 4 World of Outlaws feature starts. Best finish came on this swing last year, 13th at Nodak Speedway. Then the number 16, Tyler Bruning out of Decorah, Iowa, getting his season best at Ogilvie as well in the 16. Tyler Bruning finished 11th. That Skyline Motorsports entry, 168 starts for him. And there's the 22 star. That is Jake Tim out of Winona, Minnesota. Of course, under the Team 22 Incorporated banner for Jake Tim through Deer Creek next week. That will continue to accumulate points for GR Smith Motorsports. And also on the Speedway, the number 1, that's going to be Amelia Eisenschenk. Amelia, third year, also behind the wheel of a late model, on and off. Of course, multiple 305 wing sprint car victories and lots of 410 success as well. Best finish 17th on 2 occasions, Norman County and Nodak last year, in her 2 World of Outlaws feature starts. There's Tim McCready in the 9 at a Watertown, New York, the Dave Warren Power Sports entry, 7th on the all-time wins list with 41 career World of Outlaws victories, 2 wins this season, Volusia Speedway Park, where he earned his 40th, and then 41st at Selinsgrove just a couple months ago. The number 20 TC, Tristan Chamberlain, with his 3rd top 10 of the season at Ogilvie. Good run for him. And his 100th start, best finish 3rd at Rocket Raceway Park from 17th back in 2024. A driver that's going to make his 100th World of Outlaws feature start tonight, Gordy Gundaker to St. Charles, Missouri. Gordy's best finish is 4th 4 times in 2023 at State Line, 2022 Marion, Atomic, and Brownstown, Indiana. Those are all the drivers on the Speedway here for the final hot lap session of the night here at I-94 EMR Speedway. 15.753. Again, World of Outlaw late model hot laps, and then we'll jump right into Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. I already see cars making their way to the staging area for Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. So we'll see if we can break that track record here tonight. And of course, the talk of the town, Drake Troutman and GR Smith Motorsports, of course, splitting up here, and Jake Tim with this opportunity in that 22 star through Deer Creek to accumulate points for GR Smith, as this hot lap session sees the Gorsuch Performance green flag. Jake Tim going to go 6th quick at a 15.506. So far the quickest out of this group. Tim McCready 12th quick, and now Chamberlain 4th quick at a 15.468. In fact, I don't think Chamberlain's been here now that I think about it. It's been so long since we've raced here. I mean, we've been here the last 2 years, but we haven't raced. And Tristan Chamberlain, last time we raced here was 2023. Yeah, Chamberlain was an MD3 Rookie of the Year contender in 2024. So Chamberlain's first competitive laps around here, and he goes fourth quick in the 20 TC. Let's take a look at the DIRTVision replay as he required a push. There you see Chamberlain in the That will conclude hot laps. Bobby Pierce with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap of the night here this evening at a 15.276. Bobby Pierce does have the decals, so he will get an extra $100 courtesy of Dirt King Simulators. Unfortunately, our friends with Dirt King Simulators not here, if you race fans were wondering. Unfortunately, Scotty had to, obviously, right now, Drake Troutman not here, Team 22 Incorporated. He had some business he had to take care of, and Drake Troutman, unfortunately, not here as well, but the Dirt King Simulator not here tonight. But they continue to support the series. $100 goes to Bobby Pierce, 15.276. Quick transition for these drivers in the pit area as we get ready for Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. Legendary racer Mark Martin brought his winning spirit home, founding Mark Martin Automotive in Batesville, Arkansas and Ashflat, Arkansas. Ford, Chevy, GMC, the best selection in North Central Arkansas. Come see why they're driven to serve. Visit www.markmartinautomotive.com. Thanks to Mark Martin Automotive for providing us with this season's merch tow rig. Go visit Joe down in the World of Outlaws souvenir trailer as well. Grab your official merchandise of the World of Outlaws down there before we head on out and head to River Cities on Friday night. Cars in the staging area, I can see them getting in position down there. 14 cars in Group A, 14 cars in Group B. If it's your first World of Outlaws show, we want to welcome you. The fastest driver of Group A will start on the pole of Heat 1. Second fastest will start on the pole of Heat Race number 2. Third and fourth fill to the outside of the front row. Same thing with Group B except for Heats 3 and 4. From there, we'll get ready for 4 heat races, 8 laps the distance, where the top 8 will automatically transfer into tonight's 40-lap, $12,000 to win feature. The top 2 will go to the top 8 redraw. We'll explain how the redraw works later. Drivers 5th on back go to the 1 of the 2 last chance showdowns. We'll have 2 last chance showdowns, 10 laps. So actually, we'll have 1 last chance showdown, here tonight, where the top 6 will transfer directly into the feature. Then we'll have a World of Outlaws owner points provisional, and then a World of Outlaws driver points provisional. That will be 23rd and 24th in the World of Outlaws Wix Filter starting lineup, and then 2 emergencies if needed. So we could start 26 cars here tonight, or 24. So we get ready to commence Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. First 2 cars being called onto the Speedway, and it's going to be Ethan Dotson in the 74X up first out of Bakersfield, California. The ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, North Augusta Customs, XL Flooring, Taco John's, Brad Benton Trucking, BK Grading and Paving, Olin Shocks by Longhorn Dynamics, Contractor Services of Aiken, Boswell Oil, Precise Seal Coating, Torco Racing Holes, American Racing Wheels, and H&A Development, Longhorn Clements number 74X, along with Cole Schill out of Hawley, Minnesota. The Joel DeWalt Farms, R&H Landscape Supply, 4-Star Logistics, Metz Company Trailer, Rivinius Ranch, Performance Automotive, Holdren Solar Electric, KPG Smoke, and MB Custom, Grandpa Schill, 44-Star Cole Schill. Ethan Dotson, 15.470. And that is already a new track record. Cole Schill will go second quick, 16.951. So a new track record here for Ethan Dotson in the 74X. Of course, we expected this after seeing the hot lap times. Ethan Dotson even faster as he'll set a 15.264. Cole Schill will cross the line and also go faster on lap number 2, 16.870. Ethan Dotson will set a new track record here at I-94 EMR Speedway, 15.264. That is 0.5 faster, half a second faster than the original track record set by Don Shaw at a 15.753 back in 2024. A pair of Outlaws coming at you up next out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota. The Land of Pressure Washers, Fuel Factory, Hanco Corporation, T-Pack, The Real Cafe, TS Warehouse, Longhorn, Vic Hill, number B1, Brent Larson. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the Ty Toric Noss Energy Drink, C&W Trucking, Lone Wolf Petroleum, Holtron Construction, Remtech Industries, Petroff Towing, Bilstein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Ty Toric Performance Parts, Longhorn, Clemens, Durham, number 9, The Thrill from Mooresville, Nick Hoffman. Time to beat 15.264. Brent Larson ready for his opening lap in the B1. Larson second quick, 15.819. Nick Hoffman will cross the line second quick, 15.593. Larson gets bumped down to third. Schill is fourth. Dodson still atop of the charts here. Can Brent Larson go faster on lap number 2? He does. He goes second quick, 15.470. Nick Hoffman on his second lap. Hoffman faster, but stays second quick at a 15.350. Ethan Dodson will stay at the top of the charts at a 15.264. Nick Hoffman second quick, 15.350. Brent Larson third at a 15.470. And Cole Schill still in fourth in the 44 star. Next two drivers getting ready to roll onto the speedway, you'll find the 21-year-old out of Chelsea, Iowa, Dallin Murdy. Aboard the Skyline Motorsports, Bruning Rock Products, Stealth Oil Well Services, Quality Services, Murdy Farm, Cash Money Motorsports, Fast Shafts, Quick Supply Company, Truck Country number 13, and Dennis Erb Jr. to Carpentersville, Illinois. The McBride Mac, Bomac Truck Sales, 5-Star Race Car Bodies, Fox Shocks, Riverton Party Store, VP Racing Fuels, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Colin Signs, Rocket Clements number 28. Dallin Murdy second quick at a 15.294, just 0.03 off the top spot. Dennis Erb Jr. fifth quick at a 15 jackpot, 15.777. How about Murdy? Only 0.03 off the top. Can he go quick time? Murdy will not go faster, that time a 10th slower. He'll keep lap number 1. Dennis Erb Jr. lap number 2. He will not go faster as well. So Dennis Erb Jr. fifth quick at a 15.777, and Dallin Murdy second quick at a 15.294, just 0.030 off the top spot. But Ethan Dodson stays quickest in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying Group A at a 15.264. Up next, the number 18X, that's going to be Sean Meyer. Good to have Sean Meyer with us in his 13th year behind the wheel of a late model out of Wahpeton, North Dakota. The Smith Motors on Chuck Seed. JD's Detailing and Polishing, Valley Beach Service, Minn Kota Ag Products, Butler Cat, Highway Service, Rocket Sturdy Power, number 18X. And the number 15, that is going to be Layla Eisenshank. Layla joins us out of Fargo, North Dakota. The Jordow General Equipment, Ellingson, O'Day Equipment, DKW Trucking, Petro Stopping Centers, Longhorn Pro Power, number 15. Opening lap coming up here for Sean Meyer. Sean Meyer will go 7th quick, 16.897. Here comes Layla in the 15, and Layla going to go 6th quick at a 15.948, bumping Meyer down to 8th. Sean Meyer comes around for lap number 2 in the 18. Meyer will not improve. I believe this is only his 5th start of the season. And here comes Layla Eisenshank. Both drivers going to rely on lap number 1. So Sean Meyer going to go 8th quick at a 16.897. Layla Eisenshank 6th quick at a 15.948. It's still Ethan Dodson atop of the charts over Dallin Murdy, Nick Hoffman, and Brent Larson. 8 of 14 have qualified, just past halfway here. A pair of Outlaws coming at you. Up next at Rochester, Minnesota, the Altenberg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, JNS Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet, 63 Club, Yegi Trucking, CBR Drilling, Olin Spy Longhorn Dynamics, Heavy Hitch, Redline Oils, PEM Rear Ends, VP Racing Fuels, Longhorn Pro Power, number 19, Dustin Sorensen. Out of Hookstown, Pennsylvania, the All-American Framer, Brandon Lawn and Landscape, Global Enterprise, Valvoline, Napa Auto Parts, Zarin Truck and Auto, Wedge Motorsports, VG Performance, Close Racing Supply, Point Spring and Drive Shaft, Longhorn Durham, 1Z, Logan Zarin. 5th quick for Sorensen, 15.601. Logan Zarin will fall in suit, 6th quick at a 15.678. Sorensen 5th. Can he go faster? Sorensen will. 15.552 to stay 5th quick. Logan Zarin in the 1Z will clock in slower by a 10th on lap number 2. So Logan Zarin lap 1, 6th quick at a 15.678. Dustin Sorensen faster on lap number 2, 5th quick at a 15.552. No change in the top 4. It's still Ethan Dodson, Dallin Murdy, Nick Hoffman, and Brent Larson, the top 4 drivers to have a front row starting spot in the opening heats of the night. Up next at Thompson, Georgia, the Triple B Motorsports, Cullen Brothers Towing, M&M Painting and Construction, Granite Hauling and Grading, M&S Concrete, Budweiser, Triple Electric, S&S Fishing and Rental, Boswell Oil, Kickliner Company, Longhorn Clements, number 97, Cody Overton, and the 55E, Eli Johnson of the Clewiston, Florida, the Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing, Performance, Napa Total Claim Source, 7 Peak Steel, Michael Johnson Productions, Longhorn Chassis, Eagle Power, number 55E, Eli Johnson. Cody Overton 7th quick at a 15.692. Eli Johnson will go 8th quick at a 15.739. Cody Overton. Second lap will cross the line. He'll go up to 6th quick at a 15.591, and Eli Johnson lap number 2 better. So both drivers will take lap number 2. Eli Johnson 8th quick at a 15.708, and Cody Overton 6th quick at a 15.591. Just two drivers to go, I should say, here in Group A. You'll find the driver to Marshalltown, Iowa, Ryan Gustin. In the Cooney Motorsports, Hoker Trucking, Custom Fabricating and Repair, Carl Chevrolet, Allen Seamless Gutters, Murray Farms, VP Racing Fuels, Heartland, Mel Hamilton Ford Racing, Tire Demon by Tim Love, Dynamic Drivelines, Infinity, Vic Hill, J. Dickens, number 19R, Ryan Gustin, and your final qualifier in Group A, Jonathan Davenport. In the A Store and Nutrient Ag Solutions, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing in the Carolinas, Bill Stein by Longhorn Dynamics, VP Racing Fuels, Midwest Sheet Metal, Longhorn Cornet number 49. Ryan Gustin, 10th quick at a 15.900. Here comes Davenport for his opening lap. Davenport 5th quick at a 15.539. Checkered flag in the air for Gustin, faster 15.742. He had got bumped down to 11th, picks it back up to 10th, and Jonathan Davenport will not improve on lap number 2. Both really close, identical lap times, but Davenport 5th quick at a 15.539, and Ryan Gustin 10th quick at a 15.742. So no one's going to stop him. Ethan Dodson sets the new track record in the 74X. He'll have the front row with the 9 of Nick Kaufman in the opening heat race of the night as we look at the DIRTVision replay there. And then Dallin Murdy in the 13 will have the front row. My screen went blank there with the B1 of Brent Larson. All right, we commence Group B. Sam Mars up next. Out of Menominee, Wisconsin, the MB Custom Pro Power Bike Companies, Deputy Enterprises, TL Sims Plumbing, Army Contractors, Accurate Construction, Key, Chevytown, Midstate Hydraulics, number 28, and Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois. The Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Collin Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Waste Services, Pontiac RV, Mesilla Valley Transportation, number 32. Sam Mars, 15.681. Pierce on his opening lap here will cross the line to the top of the charts, 15.513. Sam Mars looks to improve here on lap number 2. Mars will cross the line. He will not improve. That time, 3/10 slower for Sam Mars. Bobby Pierce will cross the line lap number 2 faster, 15.234. Sam Mars second quick at a 15.681, and Bobby Pierce will set the bar here in Mark Martin Automotive qualifying Group B at a 15.234. A pair of Outlaws coming at you. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender to St. Augustine, Florida. The Mills Concrete, Bilstein, H&R Race Engines, FK Rollins, VP Racing Fuels by Boswell Oil, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, Quartermaster, Wiles Drive Shaft, Swift Spring, Sweet Manufacturing, Simpson, Schoenfeld Headers, Weir's Machine, Walker Air Filtration, Longhorn Clements, number 14 Trey Mills, and at the new Waverly, Texas, the Best Performance Motorsports Bulk Material, their First Class Septic, Coles County Speedway, Roberts B Company, Paul Construction, Anthony's Pizza, Langenfelder Mechanical Contractors, Sannywell, Sunoco Go Lithium, Rocket Clements, number 1 Tyler Erb. Here comes Mills, third quick, 15.689. The 1, Tyler Erb. 7 straight top 5s for this driver right here. He'll go third quick, 15.688. Mills ready for lap number 2. First ever visit here to I-94 for Mills. Mills will cross the line. He will not improve. That time a 10th slower as he'll go fourth quick, 15.689. Tyler Erb in the 1 looking to improve on lap number 2, and he does. Second quick for Tyler Erb, 15.636. Trey Mills will keep lap 1 to go fourth quick at a 15.689, and Tyler Erb better on lap number 2 to go second quick at a 15.636. It's Bobby Pierce, Tyler Erb, Sam Mars, Trey Mills, the top 4 after 4. As we continue on here in Group B, you'll find the 10 CO, Charlie Olson out of Hendricks, Minnesota. The Olson Custom Farms, Pioneer Seeds, Kibble Electric, Hendricks Farmers Lumber, Volin Oil, MB Custom Pro Power number 10 CO, and your MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader. Out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Big Frog Motorsports, Big Frog Transportation, Viper Risk Management, King Risk Partners, Base Racing Fuel, Ocala Restaurant and Supply, New Point Lighting and Design, Innovative Community Solutions, B&L Construction, Longhorn Clements 58V. Olson, 5th quick at a 16.664. Here comes Wilson for his opening lap at the 58V. Wilson will cross the line. He'll go 5th quicks, 15.786, bumping Olson down to 6th. Making his World of Outlaws debut, Charlie Olson will go faster on lap number 2, 16.248. Here comes the 58V at Dalton Wilson. Wilson will go 2nd quick at a 15.575. Charlie Olson 6th quick and Dalton Wilson 2nd quick. So Charlie Olson at a 16.248 and Dalton Wilson at a 15.575. It is now Bobby Pierce, Dalton Wilson, Tyler Erb, Sam Mars, the top 4. Up next, we'll find the driver hailing out of Georgetown, Delaware. And the Stokely Materials, Commonwealth Equipment, Wesley Collins Builders, Delmavara Hydraulics, Stokely Speed and Supply, Rocket Chassis, Clemens Power, number 7, Ross Robinson. And in the Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the Fuel Factory, Hanco Corporation, TS Warehouse, Longhorn Chassis Pro Power, number 8, Matthew Larson. Here comes Ross Robinson in the 7. He'll go 6th quick at a 16.066. The number 8 of Matthew Larson getting ready to clock in on his opening lap here in the 8. Matthew Larson will bump Robinson down to 7th as he takes 6th. 15.936. And Ross Robinson will go 7th quick at a 16.066. As Matthew Larson will not improve, Larson will go 6th quick at a 15.936. Ross Robinson 7th quick at a 16.066. Both drivers relying on lap number 1. We get ready for our next 2 qualifiers. You'll find the number 1E. That is going to be Amelia Eisenshank. And that Jordal General Equipment, Ellingson, O'Day Tank and Steel, DKW Trucking, Petro Stopping Center, Schatz Crossroads, Shaw Trucking, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Longhorn Durham, number 1, Amelia Eisenshank. Out of Watertown, New York, the Dave Warren Power Sports, Corey Rubber Corporation, Exis Storage, Johnstown Hydraulics, One Reel, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roofing, Trans 58, Briggs Transport, Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing, Longhorn Clements, number 9, Tim McCready. Opening lap for Amelia, she'll go 16.347. Here comes Tim McCready. McCready 2nd quick at a 15.403 for Tim McCready. Can he go to the top of the charts here? Off of corner number 4. Checker flag in the air for Amelia. She goes faster, 16.184, 9th quick. And McCready faster, but stays 2nd quick at a 15.318. So, Amelia Eisenshank, 9th quick at a 16.184, and Tim McCready, 2nd quick at a 15.318, all trailing Bobby Pierce with that new track record at a 15.234. Up next, you'll find the number 16, Tyler Bruning. Out of Decorah, Iowa, the Skyline Motorsports, Bruning Rock Products, Quick Supply Company, Truck Country, J.W. Bell, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Murdy Farms, Hovden Oils and Explosives, VP Racing Fuels, Cash Money Motorsports, Bidwell Farms, Stout Oil Well and Services, Longhorn Clements, number 16, and the 22 star. Out of Winona, Minnesota. And the J.R. Smith Team 22 Incorporated, Gorilla Mill, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Oak Ridge Fabrication, Horman's HVAC On Demand Shirts, Rush Race Gear by Austin Witt, Stone Machinery, Willie's Carbon Dyno Shop, Swift Springs, Longhorn Cornet, 22 star, Jake Tim. Tyler Bruning, 7th quick, 15.762. Jake Tim, 6th quick at a 15.687. Tyler Bruning in the 16, ready for his final lap. Bruning will cross the line faster, 15.746, stays 8th quick. And Jake Tim, 22 star, will cross the line slower by a 10th as he'll keep lap number 1. So Bruning better on lap 2, 15.746, 8th quick. Jake Tim takes lap 1, 6th quick at a 15.687. We didn't see Tristan Chamberlain. He was supposed to come out getting the report over the World of Outlaws radio powered by Racing Electronics, a rear end broke on the 20TC. We saw the DIRTVision replay in hot laps, and that's why he needed a push there in the back straightaway exit. Tristan Chamberlain and the team putting in a rear end in the 20TC. So we'll go with our final qualifier to St. Charles, Missouri, and the JB Salvage, Hoker Trucking, Vanilla Cycles, Rockwell Security, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, Kaiser Manufacturing, McKay Corporation, K1 Race Gear, St. Louis Screw and Bolt, RLM Enterprise, Longhorn Clements, number 11, he'll make his 100th. World of Outlaws feature start tonight, the lowrider, Gordy Gundaker. Opening lap here for Gundaker, 13th quick, 16.515. It's Bobby Pierce, Tim McCready, Dalton Wilson, Tyler Erb, the top 4 drivers, currently with a front row starting spot in heats 3 and 4. Final lap, oh, Gordy. Oh, that is not good. Gordy Gundaker, and I believe drive shaft on the 11. Oh, man, unfortunate for Gordy Gundaker. He's going to have to rely on lap number 1, and that was 13th quick at a 16.515. No one's going to stop him, setting a new track record here at a 15.234. The smooth operator, Bobby Pierce, in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifier, tonight's overall quick time qualifier. You'll have the front row with the 58V at Dalton Wilson. Then you have Tim McCready and the 1 at Tyler Erb on the front row of heat race number 4. So Bobby Pierce, 15.234, new track record here tonight. You see Gordy Gundaker here on the front straightaway. Let's take a look at the DIRTVision replay of what happened with Gordy. Turns 3 and 4 coming up here for the 11, and right there, white smoke. And man, tough break for Gordy Gundaker. That's going to conclude Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying for the World of Outlaws. Opening ceremonies coming up next. Thank you, race fans, so much for joining us here on your Wednesday night. You're watching coverage on DIRTVision from the World of Outlaws. Fergus Falls Frenzy will be right back.